Ndị be anyị ekenekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka nke onye chiri ya zelụkwa. Anyị si ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ, mmiri atara m azụ anwụra. Anyị sọ ya dara n'Igbo na mma na anyị ya dịka echi na echi ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru ya, otu akọ ya dịrịrị. Ise ise dịka o si dị, ife anyị ji maka ewebe n'iru akwụkwọ bụ ya bụ program anyị na-eme every morning na anyị na-akpọ ya morning tea n'iru akwụkwọ. Ebe ife ka anyị ji maka ya wee bịa. O nwere nnukwu update anyị wetara n'iru akwụkwọ. Ife a bụ cabinet meeting on United States of Biafra gbasara maka the way forward and the update on Biafran Prime Minister and Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ya bụ ife ka anyị chịkọrọ, ya bụ ife ka anyị wetara n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Biko ọ bụ na nke ụbọchị izi gị kaba alụ ka ịtụsa ya bụ ozi na ị ga-esia ya and dropụra ife iche n'ụdị nke gị gbasara maka ya bụ ife niile na ụmụnne anyị dị iche iche kwugasịrị n'iru akwụkwọ on their own opinion. All right, over to you, sir.
But I cannot help anybody. I cannot. It is the same way that I got information that I relay that to Biafra. So that is that on the update on our Prime Minister. Each time we have maybe fundraising, I use that opportunity to also update Biafrans if there's something new that we got from Finland. But as it stands, the last update that I have for Biafrans is what it is, and we are updating the Biafrans on that. Again, if there is any new thing that is going to happen, that will be updated. The second one is whether it's Prime Minister that approved the appointment of Dr. Agi. I have to let you know that the appointment of all the cabinet, all the secretaries of the United States of Biafra is approved by our Prime Minister. That is where it stands right now. Again, in the misinformation, to blame the defense and blame the information department, I don't agree with that, because the defense has been very, very busy trying to create what the departments we need on ground. They work day and night. Again, the killing of Biafrans is not something that started today. Nigerian state has been killing our Biafra. They've been killing our people. It happened, the killing in Ihamufu that they did. I can just go on the Aba massacre, the different massacre, the Hate Bridge massacre, the Paul massacre, the one that happened in Nnamdi Kanu's, our leader Nnamdi Kanu's house. This massacre, it is planned, executed by the Nigerian state. So, and it has been ongoing. It's not the first time. So our defense department cannot just come out and jump out and just start talking when they don't have the facts. We are a government. They are doing all the investigations needed to be able to ensure that the information we pass out there is the fact. Not on hearsay, not when somebody wants to somebody wants to hear, oh, who killed this one, who killed that one. But all I have said is that there are Biafrans. Anything that happened is for our own Biafrans. There are Biafrans internally involved in those in that thing. Sometimes they are being paid by the Nigerian government to facilitate what they are doing. So those are the information. The information department, you have to know, they've been doing a lot of great works. They've been doing a lot of great works in the area of organizing Twitter spaces, bring in the different ministers to talk to Biafrans, bring in myself. I know how many times they've brought me, and also ensuring that we follow up with information that Biafran needs to know. On my own part, on my Twitter space, those that follow my Twitter space, some of the things we do, I also post it there. So it is not a task that only one or two or three people, because they are in the information department, we expect them to perform miracles. People, we need more Biafrans to come in. It's not easy. Sometimes some people think it's easy to work. Some of us, we have a full-time job. Sometimes you go to your office in an 8 or 9 hour shift. You only put in about 2 hours to your job. the other 7, 8 hours, you're doing it for Biafra voluntarily. Nobody's paying you for that. Some people that have been able to sustain this is because of how strong they are. If not, if I was working for somebody, they would have fired me at my job because I can only put in so much hours for that individual for a company that hires me, which most of you know. So it is the responsibility of every Biafran. If you know the one you have to bring, as long as it's the truth, go to the media and post it. If there's information you know, as long as it's a fact, you can also go and post it. So I'm not going to blame anybody because one, nobody is paid to do this. Secondly, these are people that volunteer their time to step in and just help us navigate this ship. Anybody, any other person can also do that. So that's all I have to say on that. Next person, please. Thank you.
I want to say something, if possible.
Go ahead, 1 minute, Pastor Jonathan. Hold on, please. Pastor Jonathan, go ahead, 1 minute.
Okay. Thank you so much, my DPM. I want to just respond a little bit to the questions that these people just asked. Regarding the Obatobie, our Prime Minister, you see, our DPM is very transparent person, and she is the one that God has ordained to lead USB at this time. And I want you to understand that her administration is not a zoo kind of administration, saying things to please Nigerians. She says the truth, not to please anybody, not to make you happy. She will tell you this is black or this is white. And whatever she says, take it that way. If you want the one that you think that will make you happy, then take that one. But this is the truth. The Biafra government is not going to deceive anybody. See, so that is number one. Number two, regarding Dr. Age. See, somebody, when DPM was talking, somebody said that it's not true. Now listen, Dr. Age, I'm very sorry to be personal. She is one of the people in this cabinet that I have discovered that is very humble. Even when you think that Obatobie expelled her from the cabinet, she was still making her payment to the government. But most of us, some of the people that are out there, because they are not in the cabinet, are they making their payment? Biafra need money now for what we are doing. So even if you're in the government or you're not in the government, make your payment. That shows your loyalty to the government. That shows that you are interested in Biafra, not just the position, but in actualizing Biafra. That is one thing you have to know about Dr. Age. And at a point, I was there when she was asked to produce receipts of her payments. And she brought receipts of months she was asked to bring with all humility. That's just what I want to let the people that are asking about Dr. Age to know. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Jonathan. And again, like we said, we need more people to come into this struggle, into this restoration process, into this new nation, and also be able to contribute their own time voluntarily into the government to help us move forward. It's not one person's job. Or two people's job. So let's go ahead with the hands off.
Please, one last question about what is happening in Anambra State, Soludo.
Go ahead.
We are a nation, and Soludo went on enacting or creating nonsense laws that are really, really, really affecting our people. It's a crime to bulldoze houses, use one person fault that you have not proven in the court to bulldoze houses, and knowing that we have no social housing in Nigeria and everything we own were by individual efforts. And this Soludo has gone ahead destroying people's life not undermining the children in the developed world is a crime to expel any person with children or family from a house. And a so-called professor is bulldozing people's house, and yet it's not part of Nigeria where he is representing. What is our government going to do? Because he is warming up for another election. People are still talking about this election, but what is our government going to do, both on the law that he is using to impoverish more our people, putting them in a pain, and the ones that he is using his criminal gang to prepare ground for his election? Thank you.
Thank you again. We've already, like I said, we are a new nation and we will continue to do things within our capacity to let the world know the evil that Nigeria and the delegitimized governors representing Nigeria, what they are doing in our land. And like the Prime Minister has said, we will also continue to put our forces together to self-defend our people from these invaders. For now, that is all we have to continue to work on. Next person, please.
Your Excellency, Dr. Agi stepped out because she got an emergency. So I don't know if Ugo 247 is there to take over.
Okay. Let's go ahead. Prissy, would you mute yourself? I mean, I can always, let's make it 1 minute so we round up, or any other person can take over. Prissy, would you mute yourself? 1 minute, please, your question.
Yeah, Honorable DPM, I greet you and I greet every members of the cabinet. You know, I don't have any question. What I want to say to Biafrans is, you see the questions they are throwing to this government that is just about 2 months old. If we've been throwing it to every governor in Anambra State or every governor in our states, we wouldn't have been having bad situations, you know. This whole thing that they are doing is uncalled for. We're just about 2 months old, and the government are doing everything in their capacity to see that Biafra restoration becomes a reality. And you have people like the one saying he caught PM yesterday, which is all lies, and we all know it's all lies. This is just a kind of propaganda, mess propaganda. And people come up here to ask some silly questions, which is undue for. But why we Biafrans, we're not thinking of what we are going to do to make this Biafra a reality. We're only hoping on DPM, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. We're all hoping on the cabinet. We're all hoping on the Prime Minister who is incarcerated at this moment. We're all hoping on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is nowhere to be found at this moment. They're all facing a very harsh problem. And we Biafrans will come up, we'll be asking silly questions. Biafra is not for only Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. It's not only for our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. It's not only for our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are all Biafrans. And everybody, most people that are asking these questions, they've not donated 1 dime to Biafra. And they'll be asking you about security, asking you about this, asking you about that. If we'll be asking the zoo government all this while that they've been doing elections, Soludo is preparing for next election, you will see an Amberians that will still go out to vote for him just because of what? He gave them spaghetti. I don't understand why we are so difficult. Why are we not supporting our government, which we know is the real government? If Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE did not declare Biafra on the 29th of November 2024, what would have been of us today? Nobody's asking that question. They always come to ask some silly questions, Butuzo, ask of some really and irrelevant questions. It's uncalled for. We should all be putting our heads together to see how this government and how Biafra is going to be actualized. That is what I want to say, my DPM.
Yeah, thank you.
And your fabulous job.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Please give me a second. Let me clarify this Dr. Age issue.
Please make it 1 minute, please.
30 seconds, I will do that.
Okay, go ahead.
I remember the Prime Minister, on welcoming Dr. Age, asked her to indicate in any area she would like to work, and that job will be given to her. It was the Prime Minister that welcomed her and asked her to indicate in which position, whichever area she would like to work, because she was consistent, she was resolute. Thank you very much. So those asking that question, take notes. The Prime Minister actually welcomed her back. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And again, please, dear friends, again, Dr. Age brings a lot of wealth of experience in this government, and sometimes it may not be the way we want it, and everybody cannot act the same way. But again, at the end of the day, you have to look. What is the reason? What's the underlying motion that the person is doing what they're doing? Are they doing it for it? Are they doing it for us to fully restore our country? That's the question you have to ask. Not individuals that maybe somebody didn't like the way somebody talked to somebody, or somebody talked to somebody in a different way. Let's look at the bigger picture. What is that individual trying to do? Is that individual trying to steer us towards the government realization? If the answer is yes, I think that should overshadow the other aspect where the person, I didn't like the way she talks and all that. And again, this job is voluntary. Anybody can step into that department and continue to contribute their time, the energy, and the money that those individuals or that particular individual is contributing. Please, again, I'm not trying to say that we should not talk to people in a good way, but I also want us to know that we need to look at the bigger picture of what that individual is trying to do. Even some people that come out and say, I've heard comments like the defense minister is a sabo. He says, sabo, what is sabo? How do you define sabo? If the work of that defense minister, if I give it to you, that is calling defense minister sabo, can you do that job? If yes, step up and take up that position. Not criticizing. I think that would be the right thing and the right way for us to look at it. Just like what I'm doing. What I'm doing, I'm not doing it because I have all the time and all the money. It's taken away from my own time, for my family, for my job, and so many things. But I'm doing it because that torchlight has been passed to me. And sometimes I want to ask myself, why me? Why does it have to be? Why does it? I mean, I would be very, very comfortable if the prime minister. I was comfortable when he was available because I can just do so much I can do on the background. But now, being in his shoe shows the kind of headache, how much stress, how much things he has to deal with every day, without nobody paying him for that. So let us always remember that everything we are doing, just like our men on ground, what they are doing, they are volunteering. So all of us suffer the same risk. Our prime minister is not on ground, but now he's incarcerated. Our leader Nnamdi Kanu was not on ground, but he's now being incarcerated in DSS custody in jail for 5 years. Isn't that suffering? So when somebody come out to tell you that without him or her, that nothing is going to go forward, that is just some crap for individuals that do not even understand what leadership is all about. Please, Mazi Ekweme, go ahead, please. Would you put down your hand? Go ahead with your question. Let's make it 1 minute, please.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief COS. Yeah, it's not a question actually. It's just a response to your message. I was wondering if I could get a contact for Mazi Uche or Honorable Ada. How can I reach them, please?
Okay, Mazi Uche, are you still here? Somebody want to get in touch with the Foreign Affairs Department? Do you have my
Yes,
okay, Uche, go ahead.
yes, I'm here. You can simply visit our website on dsusd.gov.org. and then you can reach out.
There's no contact on the website. Apart from the email.
There is a contact. Just you reach us through the email. That's why we have the email address. They will get back to you.
Uche, what's the website? Is that what you told him?
Yes, DS. You can go to the government Twitter handle. You can also obtain the website from there. So it's
what about the handle?
DS. The handle is not yet active at the moment. Very soon, that's a work in progress at the moment.
Okay. What's the other contact details? You said DS.
DSUSBGov.org.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Stella, go ahead, please. Did you get the information, Egre?
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Stella, go ahead, please.
Huh?
Go ahead, Ibiam.
Okay. Good evening, great Biafrans. Good evening, my honorable members. Ekele m gị n'ụzọ pụrụ iche agụ nwanyị, our corrosive DPM. Kwadokwa DPM ka a na-akpọ ihe a. Yes, DPM. Ekelele m unu biko. Enwechaghị m ajụjụ, kama ihe m chọrọ ikwu banyere all these platforms. Onye ọbụla nwere platform. Those platforms were gossip unu. Ihe m na-etinye awụ opinion bụ mpunye. Ọ bụrụ na o nwere ike ime as all these individuals na-enwe groups ebe a ka a nọ na-akpọ asị, ebe a ka a na-eme ihe dị iche iche, kwu ihe dị iche iche, agbatakwu maka m nwa na-ekwu na ama m ndị ọ ga-awe nwere ihe a ga-ekwuo na ihe a mgbede nọmba onye ahụ kpọọ ya. O nwere nke mere yesterday, onye ahụ akpọgide kpochie ọnụ, ọ na-ekwu maka Ada dị ọra mma, ma akpọọ ya jụọ ya si ihe ị na-ekwu na idere o nwere ihe maka nyere ihe a. Ya sị m na ya hụ broadcast Ada dị ọra mma. M si okele ebe okwu bidoro. Mgbe m bịara akpọcha anaghị oke mma, gwa ya si ya na ọ ga-akara gị mma na ị gara delete those things idere, which he did. I think today onye ahụ pụtakwara kwuwekwu okwu kwutesi ya si na ọwụ woman kpọrọ ya kọwachaa ihe niile a before ya realize na ya dị sorry maka a gwara mmasị enwere ihe mmadụ ga-abụ misinformation. Ịnụ na ịbịa mgburu mmadụ ajọsịla egburu m kwaba na egburu m mmadụ jụgodo onye ọzọ ma ọ nwoke kpọjita m jụọ ya sị aka m mere igburu mmadụ bụ eziokwu, maka ihe ndị ahụ bụ ihe na-emebi ihe. Ọ bụrụ these platforms a na-asịrị ịnọ n'ime onye ọbụla nọ n'ime ya ga-aghọta ihe m na-ekwu. So yes, so ihe m sị ka tinye ọnụ na ya ka amụrụ ihe a ga-eme. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. There are just we have official platforms, both in Telegram and WhatsApp. Each state has 2 official platforms. One Telegram general and executive, and then one WhatsApp general and executive. Those are the only official platforms for the approved by the government. And then some of the counties have their own private platforms, but the condition the PM gave is every county platform, the state governor or the secretary has to be part of that platform. So again, any Biafran that belongs in any platform that is unofficial, that is a social, that is left for them. I just encourage Biafrans to make sure you ask questions and you make sure you are in the official platform of the government. That is the only place you can be getting the right information. If you belong to a site that is not approved by the government, then all the information you get there, we cannot help you. So it is your duty to ask questions. It is your duty to ensure that the platform where you are is the official platform. You can ask me take the screenshot of the platform, send that to me, and I can direct you. You can also reach out to any of the secretaries or any of the deputy secretaries or the cabinet member, and they can give you the right information. But as far as the sites are concerned, we need the sites because we need to pass information to Biafrans. Thank you so much, Mr. Ibiam. iPhone, go ahead.
Thank you.
iPhone, go ahead. Prince Emmanuel, go ahead. Justina Nonya, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Good evening.
Hello. Okay.
Prince Emmanuel, go ahead. Hold on, Justina. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is on. I want to thank all the cabinet members. I say may hope Kabiyama continue to bless each and every one of us. I just have this one question. Every other question that I supposed to ask, I've been asked, and a very nice answer have been given to them. My question is concerning some states in Biafra land, mostly the state that is in currently Zoological Republic, Niger Delta area. I discovered in my movement some of those states to have to recruit or get people or boys or girls that will join the the army, and it is very difficult. And also, some of them were able to get, but they are lacking financial support. Financial support. Is there anything that our Secretary of Defense is doing in that regard in having a way to support them in order to make sure that
Yeah,
they build
Richard.
their.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Reach out to your state governor. Again, the government is supporting all the state governors as much as we have. And that is why Biafrans, everyone asking questions that leads us to move as fast as we could. You have to contribute with your money to this because we need money to do what we are doing. If you, apart from the private donors we have and the fundraisings we do, we can only do so much. So we also have some diasporans take up their states in helping to set them up, and that is something that we also encouraging. So again, reach out to your state governor, who will reach out to the government, and we know the areas of need for your state. Thank you so much. Now you go ahead. Christina, go ahead.
Good evening, my Deputy Prime Minister. Good evening, everybody. I want to use this opportunity. My name is Justina Odozo. I'm the Belgium rep. I want to use this opportunity to thank you. I've been following from the beginning till now, and I am since then something is running inside my brain to say, what manner of woman is this with this so much strength, and all the cabinet members up till now? May the Lord is your strength. May the good Lord continue to guide you, to strengthen you. It's not easy to lead group, not to talk of Biafrans. Man, I don't know whether it is question or anything, but I want to say something. The rate these people are eliminating our voice, and it's the minds of Biafrans they are targeting, leaving the elderly. They are eliminating the minds of Biafra, the young men among us in Biafra land. There was a time one Reverend Father said that when they accused him of collecting money from Buhari's government, he said no, that he helped him to bring people that will help him comb the bushes. that the people they came from outside, they will help him comb the bushes for and drive out all the people that are causing insecurity. Ma, is this still possible during this our time to get such people? Because most of the people kidnapped, they said a lot of people are somewhere caged, somewhere organ harvest, somewhere inside the bush. Ma, is it possible to still engage the service of those people to comb our bushes? Maybe they can rescue some people. Thank you, ma.
Thank you so much. Nigerian government will leave our land. We are a sovereign state. We've told them to leave our nation. They continue. Nigerian government has been killing our people, and their armored tanks are scattered in different areas of Biafra territory. We've notified Nigeria that we are now a sovereign nation, and encourage Nigeria to leave our territory. We will continue to use everything within our power, legally and otherwise, to ensure that they leave our land. We will self-defend our people based on the capacity we have. That is why we keep on calling anybody, any international body listening to me at this time. We need financial help as much as we can get, and the leadership, we are ready to negotiate with any country, anybody, any business partner that is going to come to our rescue. We have the mineral resources, we can exchange, we can negotiate. So if you're listening to me, we, the government, can do that. But we will also continue to ensure that we self-defend ourselves. Thank you so much. Otto Chigas, go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good evening, ma. My DPM, all protocol observed. Ma, I have 2 or 3 questions to ask. As Biafrans, it didn't start today that when there is a problem in a community, whatever, when Omada comes out, that case will be settled. No matter how much you have, no matter whoever you are, they must settle that case, and you don't hear them. So, in Biafra government, do we have what can I say, a program for them? Do we still respect, or do you have organization in respect of that may help us tomorrow? Maybe when we erect someone and the person started messing up, maybe do we still have the department for Omwada in the Biafra government? That's number 1 question. Then number 2 question is, I could remember that when our leader Mazen Namdekan is around with us, we have what is called M branch. I don't know if we still have such department now, because if we still have, I think they have to get every single information, as you said, that most of the Biafrans that are helping the zoo government to kill our people, those elements that the zoo government is using against our people, I think it's in their domain to fish out the people, the names, their locations, and whatever. So I don't know if we still have such branch like M branch. Then the third, when I come to this country where I'm newly, we find out that there's some people who are not Nigerians, but they are using the passport of Nigerians, and they're using the passport of their country. If they commit any crime, they will bring out Nigeria passport, and they started denting the image of Nigeria passport. I believe that such or similar thing may happen, and they will try. So, are we going to have a kind of external security department that will be attached to our embassies, that when we
ndị be anyị ngwadalụ nne n'ukwu n'isi wee na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Ka efi were ekwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe Biafran Chief of Staff kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ bụ Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE gịnị ka ị were ikwu n'ụdị nke gị gbasara maka ebe ife ndị a niile ị nọ okwu n'iru akwụkwọ drọpụọla ya alụ gị drọpụọla ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ka a mara ife iche your own reaction gbasara maka ebe ife na Eastern News 24 ebe anyị si wetara onye bụ ozi ọzọ dị ka ịbịa bụ tụsakwa ya bụ ozi ka ụmụnne anyị dozi n'ebe dị iche iche wee marakwa ife na-emenụ and wee mara the update on the latest development on Biafra Republic government in exile. Daalụ rinne na ụmụnne m ka emesịanụ.